What is up, hunters and scrappers? Welcome to the Huntin and Scrappin channel. We're here with a little load, just got loaded up. This was some extra stuff that actually was on this trailer right here, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But we loaded all this up, and I figured I could kind of, this is where I grew up here, and this is kind of my home base. I guess this is where a lot of my scrap ends up, and figured I could show you around a little bit. I'm not going to show too much. I'm sure probably most of the people watching this video know where it's at anyway, but this is where most of my scrap ends up, and that's why we've got a trailer load here that we just took care of. So we'll walk around here and look at a few things and show you where the madness began, per se. So like I was saying, this is what we've got so far, and most of this stuff besides these frames here that I get from that tractor place was on this trailer right here. This is going to be new to the hunting and scrapping fleet. It is a 94 double axle trailer from somewhere in Ohio, but the price was right. I've been wanting a double axle trailer. I believe it is big enough to get a small car, small truck, you know, Ford Ranger, S10, something, you know, if I get into a junk car every now and then, which I don't get many, but I do get calls on just a few. But we're gonna look at the boards. It needs new tires, needs some paint on the fenders. I'm sure the lights need work, and got to figure out a situation on some ramps. So it's gonna be a work in progress, but for right now, once I get some new tires and check the bearings and everything, she should be good to maybe carry some heavier loads, which is the idea when you're dealing in scrap, which this one right here does everything I need it to do, and it has hauled a ton. And it continues to do a good job, and will. I don't think I want to pull this around as much as I pull that around, but it's going to serve a purpose. So anyway, we'll show that off. That'll be coming soon. Maybe we can have some project videos on getting this thing in working order. The tires were flat as could be when I got it. It had been sitting for a couple of years, but they're still holding air. All four of them are still holding air. So anyway, but this is where a lot of my scrap ends up. You can see air conditioners apart, a couple of sealed units. Obviously the grass needs to be mowed up here, but a couple of motors. That barrel back there behind that pallet is full of motors. There's some wire in that basket. There's a big motor here. There's some aluminum in that corner. Just stuff ends up. This is where most of it, when I don't have time to necessarily get it all apart right away or get it all sorted, I try to pile it up here, which this is where I grew up and where my mom and dad still are, so I'm sure they love it. Lots of garage motors. I got to get them apart, get all the motors, computer boards, and wire out of all those. My dad actually wanted all the posts off of them for some garden projects. They make good garden stakes, not garden snakes. There's a few more over here. But yeah, so we've got all these we've got to take apart. And I've got some bins over here in my ongoing, ever continuing effort to be organized. A couple of trash cans that were old, obviously, from the city of Raleigh, thanks to my brother. Some old ones there that I always try to be organized as best I can. It's hard to keep all this stuff straight, and you know, I showed you in a video before that I had to clean the back of my truck out. A lot of it just ends up back there. In fact, I think right now I always end up with stuff like this, and it just annoys me. I don't know why I do it. The straps wrangled up all in there, and copper, and I don't know why I do that. I shouldn't do that. When I bring it home, my effort needs to be to get it out and get it in its appropriate bin right away, so that stuff like this doesn't happen, but it tends to. So anyway, this is kind of our home base here, and actually, while we're doing this, since this is the hunting and scrapping channel, we'll walk on down here and I'll show you a little bit from the areas, on a little bit of the areas that I do hunt. So we're gonna walk down here and look at this field just a little bit. I have all intentions. Oh, by the way, my boss man's with me. He's looking for 4-leaf clovers. But my intention is to get a couple of food plot videos and tree trimming videos in preparation for hunting stands. It is May, and June, July, August, September. Not long to get everything in order. So we got a lot of work to do. So there will be some videos coming out on that. I got to get my bow out and start shooting that. I've got to make sure that's dialed in, which it should be for the most part from last year. So there will be some hunting videos coming up soon. I did not get anywhere near any kind of coyote hunting that I wanted to get done. It just, if you don't have night vision, it's really hard to do. So anyway, we do have some hunting style videos coming up soon. And like I said, it'll be September before you know it, and we will be doing some real hunting. So let's check these fields out. So as you can see, corn went in not too long ago, and I mean, it goes all the way around. That's our home there across the field. Everything's corn this year. They have done some split rotations where they've done soybean and sweet potatoes. They most of the time do wheat and then soybeans. This is the first time that that we've had corn here in a long time. In fact, I don't ever remember there being corn here to any degree, but it's been in the ground for a couple of weeks, I think, and we need more rain. We've had some rain, but everything seems to be coming up just fine. And as I'm walking here, I just was walking through here, and we've got several tracks still walking through here. I have never ever hunted over corn before. I know that obviously you put corn piles out, but I know that the corn plants as a whole are not going to provide any nutritional value that I know of like soybeans would or anything like that. So we're going to walk back here, and I'm going to show you a section that I'm planning on doing a pretty good sized food plot in to get hopefully some attraction and some nutrients in here to supplement, you know, the minerals and corn that I do have to put out. All right, so we're back here in this back corner. This is where I do a lot of my hunting. I actually have a hang-on stand right over here on one of these trees. I think I'm pointing at it right. Yeah, it's on that real skinny one right there. I have a stand right there. You can maybe see it right there. I have a stand right there, and I have a stand on that corner down there. And I probably overhunt this corner. But with the cutover, as you can see, the cutover runs all the way through here. Our property continues on. There's a creek here, so they left trees, but our property continues on back there. And I have a very good vantage point from that stand right there. I can overlook this whole cutover, and I can see here as well. And when I'm in that hang-on stand, I can see through the creek side and see on that hill that's over there. So anyway, as you can see, they stopped planting corn right here, and they left me a pretty big area back here in the back that I'm planning on putting some soybeans in. And one of the things that I realized when I was walking down here is this is going to be a pretty good spot, because I should be able to slip in. This corn should give me a pretty good screen for being able to slip in, especially if I'm going down and going over here to get in that hang-on stand. That should give me a pretty good screen, because almost 90% of my deer traffic comes from across the creek here in this really thick side across there's a creek that runs in there. Bedding areas in there, bedding areas over here, and they come and get water, and then they come out here and feed. Now, unfortunately, I got corn this year, not soybeans, so I'm very curious to see what the traction's gonna be to come through here. Traffic, not traction. Don't know why I said that. But I'll have a good screen walking that ditch to be able to get in there, or to get in that corner stand there. and this stand here, I come through these woods from up there where my truck was. I come through there. So I'm gonna put some soybeans here. My next hunting video, which hopefully will be soon, because I need to get it in the ground before it gets too hot, is to come down here and spray, and then get this all tilled up and get some soybeans in the ground. I'm gonna get some mossy oak soybeans. They have some forage soybeans, gonna get those, and I may mix in like some peas or something with it, just to give them a variety and see how that works. But anyway, that's the start of our hunting preparations for this year, is to get this food plot done. I've got one smaller food plot through the woods here. We'll check that out the next time, but I wanted to just kind of just show this while I was up here getting that little bit of metal. Show you kind of the hunting side too. Not gonna be long, 3 or 4 months. And this little guy right here, he's not gonna be long before he can go with me too. Isn't that right, buddy? He knows the deal. All right, well, we'll check out. All right, well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please continue to remember to like and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram, Huntin Scrappin, same thing. Just continue to watch the videos. I appreciate so much from the bottom of my heart you guys that continue to just watch these videos for some reason. I don't know why you do. I hope you enjoy it. I try to bring the best possible content I can. So again, I appreciate it. I don't know where he's going. I guess I'll see him later. I don't know. Anyway, y'all be good. We'll see you on the next video. I'll race you. You better not beat me. Ha